Yeah, but they're not going to land on the moon, are they? No,
No, look,
one big step.
yeah, you have to again be a special person to say, I'm going to be the first in 54 years to get close.
Yeah, I can hear all the conspiracy theorists bringing up the studio once again. But anyway, let's not even
No,
give them the oxygen there.
But in all honesty, this is why they're professionals like the way they work. They know their work is a part of this piece. Back in the Apollo days, Apollo 11 landed on the moon. There was 10 missions before that. And Apollo 8, 9, and 10 all went around the moon. Apollo 10 was in a very similar mission to this. And that was testing a lot of things to pave way for Apollo 11. So, they're really committed to their job and saying, look, this is just what we need to do. We've accepted this mission. That's why we've wanted to be astronauts. Now, that said, that doesn't mean they won't have future missions in the future. We do know that now NASA is going to be ramping up the activity. They'll have Artemis 3 and 4, and those crews have already mostly been selected and prepared for. But after Artemis 4 lands on the moon, they want to, at least every year, even maybe every half a year, send missions to the moon with operating on the surface. And so it is likely that these 4 do make a return, actually spending long-term on the moon. So let's hope for them.
Well, let's relive the moment, Brad. Here it is.
9, 8, 7. RS-25 engines lit. 4, 3, 2, 1. Booster ignition. And liftoff. The crew of Artemis II now bound for the moon. Humanity's next great voyage begins.
Good roll pitch.
Roger, roll pitch.
Brad Tucker with us, of course. Brad, you say this is a textbook launch. I can see how excited you are. Have you actually been to the Kennedy Space Center? How far away are those keen viewers that are stage side?
No, so unfortunately, I never have, but I do know people
We've got
who
to
have
get
been
you
there.
there.
Yeah, no, I want to at some point, but they're actually exceptionally far away. And this is a safety thing. Even the people in mission control are actually shockingly far away. They keep very few people anywhere near the site. You are doing for lack of a better term, a controlled explosion. And that's really what a rocket is. And so you really are seeing it from afar. People who complain about being in the upper row of the MCG and watching a game, it's nothing, let's say, on how far away you are. But this rocket is so gigantic. You're talking about a 12-story building taking off in the sky. That's one of the benefits of you get to see. But even at the distances the crowd is, you can still see feel the force going through your body.